What's up, folks? It's Brian. I have not done a video in a while. I'm not sure how long, and I've been pretty sporadic at it lately, just because I don't know, just my motivation hasn't really been there to make videos a lot lately. But I'm pretty fucking bored right now, so I'm gonna make a video. And since I don't really remember what I showed you last time, I'm probably gonna show you a bunch of shit over again. Yeah, and kind of just dig through boxes because I really haven't been reading that much of my books lately, so I'm not even sure what I've got laying around here. I just know that I've got all up here on the top of my desk is books. How my printer is another shelf that's pretty much my printer's become a shelf, so it's piled high with books. I got fucking stacks over here. I got stacks back there. I got fat stacks of comic books. That is. Um, yeah, I don't have fat stacks of cash because I got fat stacks of comics. Anyway, let me just reach down here and pull out some just to see what kind of shit I got. Um, this book is absolutely holds no interest for me at all, other than it's got Archer and Armstrong in it, and I really do like those two as a team, and their book is good. But I got to be honest, I love Valiant, but Quantum and Woody, I just struggle with those two as a team, even as characters. They just don't really hold that much interest for me. Um, Here's a book that I absolutely love. I not necessarily for the what is in it, but just because of what it is. Because it's ElfQuest, because it's Wendy Penny's amazing artwork. I fell in love with her work the first time I saw it as a child, way back in the day, like in the 80s. Yeah, I know, way back when. Had I actually known about comic books at a younger age, I could have fallen in love with them as a little teeny toddler back in the 70s. But I didn't. Anyways, to be honest with you, while I do love the artwork, the ElfQuest, the Final Quest thing is a little bit because there was that time where they had so many other people playing in their sandbox that I kind of got lost on everything they were doing and stopped reading it so much. So there's a lot of things that are mentioned in the last quest story arc and all that I'm just kind of lost on because I haven't been around it that much. Now, a while back, I picked up Scarlet Spiders #1, and I liked it. Thought it was pretty good. I got Scarlet Spiders #2 laying around here somewhere, but I have not read it yet. As I recall, I enjoyed this particular one, and I was fortunate enough to pick up this variant by, it looks like it's Mark Bagley, or it looks like it might be Bagley, but his signature kind of sucks, so I'm not entirely sure who that is. And I know I can get on Comic Collector Live and look it up pretty easy. I just haven't. This book right here, Bam #24. I think it's Nova. In fact, I don't think it is. I know it's Nova 24. I think this is the book, Adam, that I was bitching about a couple weeks back. Let me see. And indeed, it is. This is where his ass is in Paris, waking up after getting super fucking punched in the fucking skull by the, I don't know, I don't know what they call him now. The newest evil version of the Hulk. Anyway, I was pretty irritated with this book because I was reading it and I'm like, what the freaking heck happened here? The last episode or last issue, he's going trick-or-treating with the kids at the Xavier School and blah, blah, blah. And then as I was rooting around here in my piles, I actually found issue number 23, which explains all the tie into this. So, don't have anything to bitch about. Actually, I like Nova. This is a good story. Spider-Man 2099, tie in with the Spider-Verse. I think that after the Spider-Verse is over, I will be dropping Spider-Man 2099 because I guess he says stupid shit, and it's always bothers me about anything science fiction or anything that has to do with the future and the language that they use. Um, I don't remember what it is. I think they say shock a lot in this book, like shock off or shock you or something like that. Or maybe it's not even that, but I find it very very hard to believe that fuck has gone out of the English language um, anytime in the future. I believe that as long as we exist, no matter where we exist, no matter what planets we populate, as long as there are people speaking English, there will be a form of fuck around because it's so versatile, just like George Carlin says. Now, moving on. Rasputin number 2, I bought this. Now, with Rasputin number 2, issue 1, um, like with a lot of these image books coming out lately, I'm not a huge fan of the art. As being a kid that grew up in the, in the '80s and then in the '90s when, wow, we had some amazing art going on almost all the time. Uh, I find a lot of the stuff that goes on in image lately uh, to be not that great artwork wise. Not to say it's ugly or anything. It's just not artwork that I've always been has always appealed to me. Examples of Chew. I'm not a huge fan of the artwork. It's grown on me, but I really like the story, and that's why I read that book. And that's the case with a lot of the image books. Now, with Rasputin number 1, the artwork wasn't super great for me, and I think they had like 4 fucking words in the whole book. It really didn't say a whole lot. There wasn't a whole lot of story going on. Basically, I guess in issue 1, he said, my father was a J-hole, and, showed him killing his father, or allowing a bear to kill his father, something like that. Issue 2, a lot of text. It was actually like reading a book or reading a comic, and I actually enjoyed it. So I know issue 3 is out. I think I might have it laying around somewhere. Again, I'm not sure. I can't find my books that I bought last week. I don't know where they're at in these files. Here's here's something that I do like about delinquents, and this is just because I'm a fucking chump for some variants, in particular for the variants that go together and make bigger images. So I've got Delinquents issues 3 and 4. They're the game board piece shits. I think I have one and 2 around here somewhere. I don't know. If I do find them, I'll stick them together and show you guys. Deathstroke number 2 has found its way into my piles. Tony Daniels. I really like his artwork. See, this is what I'm talking. This is the kind of artwork I can get behind, just because I like it a lot. And I need to read the book. My bad. This shit has been dropped from my pull list and probably will never come back. I just cannot get down with all the Wolverine stuff. I just can't do it. He's gone. He's dead. Well, he's dead. Anybody gets a Marvel or comic books now. I don't know, man. It feels like they're milking the Wolverine thing for as long as they can. I remember back in the day when Wolverine appeared in the X-Men. And occasionally he would appear in somebody else's book, like the Spider-Man and Wolverine one shot where they are in Berlin together, and I think they went into East Berlin, and Spider-Man lost his costume or some such thing, and he ended up getting a version of his costume that was made for a costume store in Germany, and it said Die Spina on the back where his spider was. So, and then I think it was a Captain America annual back in the day where I don't remember what exactly went on, but they ended up fighting a big old robot and destroying it, and the guy who controlled the robot, he fell, and Wolverine was gonna catch him on his claws, but at the last second he didn't. And Captain America, I think that might have been the book where Cap told him, you better hope the X-Men never get tired of you, because the Avengers would never have you. Well, shit, the Avengers have had his ass for a long time now in every Avengers book, along with every X-Men or Marvel, X-Men book. Yeah, I like Wolverine, but he's on a par with me like with Deadpool now. Deadpool's all right, but he does not have to be on every time. Lately, Marvel's been doing that thing where, like, lately, the last few years actually, since I've been getting back into comics, I've noticed it. Every time that there's, uh, the 75th anniversary of all those Deadpool covers, marring up classic Marvel covers and just poking fun at them. And I get it. That's what Deadpool's about, is being a smart ass and making fun of stuff. But I don't know. I just can't get down with it. Cyclops #7. I think I read this one. Um, because I ended up skipping so many books in the middle. I really am kind of lost as to what's going on. Um, but I did figure out. I think I did figure out that the space drugs Pops is on is medication of a sort. I think. Trees issue 7. It's turned out to be here another great example. I'm not a big fan of the artwork in this book, but I am a big fan of the story in this book, and that's why I'm enjoying it. Which I think I mentioned before. Total opposite of what Image was when they came out. Because I still don't know what the fuck ever happened in Spawn, but I bought it because I loved the artwork. Image now has got me hooked with stories mostly. Amazing X-Men #13 ended up in my list or my poll somewhere. I haven't read this book in a few issues. It's also on my chopping block. Excuse me. And then I've got the Archer and Armstrong. The One Percenters #0. I'm sorry. The Archer and Armstrong One Percenters #1. And it's another one of those detachable mask variants that Valiant's been putting out lately. So I got that. Just because, like I said, I like Valiant a lot. Black Science. I am a fan of the artwork in this. I just am. I like it. And I love the story. This is another one that I've been behind on reading, so when I did read this issue, I was like, whoa. But anyway, speaking of Black Science, I know I've got the most recent one up here, right here. I think I just found my new books. This is issue 11 for Black Science. I don't know what's going on again, like I said, but I do like the pretty pictures. Let's see what's in this pile. I think I just found my new books from last week. Maybe. We'll see. Oh shit. Speaking of books that have terrible artwork. Oh, this is fucking horrendous. If anybody bought this, because I mentioned it in a previous video, I hadn't read issue #1. Well, I read issue #2, and I just can't stomach this crap. If anybody wants to trade for something they don't like, here it is. Oh, Guardians 3000. I'm enjoying this book quite a bit. The artwork in it is a little bit over the top cartoonish, but here's an example. Actually, it kind of reminds me of Joe Maderia's stuff when he was doing like Battle Chasers a little bit. Let's see who's doing the work on this one. I hate it when they don't put the credits on the first page because I don't like looking for them. Yeah, so instead they put them on the last page. Dan Slott's writing this. No, it's not. Scratch that. Dan Abnett is writing this. Gerardo Sandoval is the artist. Edgar Delgado is coloring it. Travis Lanham is the letters. Really, do people really letter comics anymore? I thought that they would just use Comic Sans and type it up at this point. Alex Ross did cover? No. Yeah. Oops, I just fucked it up a little bit. Yeah, so apparently it's an Alex Ross cover, which I get if you like it, it's great. I'm not a huge Alex Ross fan. I know that's, stone me now, people, but just not a huge fan. And Sandoval and Delgado did the variant cover, and K.D. Kubert is the editor. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I've been enjoying this book. All three books of this, or all three issues of this so far, I've been enjoying quite a bit. It's a fun read. It's got the characters from the real Guardians of the Galaxy. I've been enjoying the Guardians. It's it kind of bothers me a little bit that like I do read the Guardians of the Galaxy, the with the tree and the raccoon. Um, they're all right, but honestly, those aren't the Guardians of the Galaxy that I knew. Um, just these ones are, and I like seeing them back. Kind of, it's no big deal, but I kind of wish they had the title of Guardians. Okay, Eternal Warrior #2. Don't understand why they relaunched this instead of just continuing with the same numbers. But I enjoy the book. It's pretty good. Birthright #3. I don't think I read it. It's whatever. More Darwin Cook. Bought it just because it's a Darwin Cook cover. It's Justice League Dark. I think this is the only copy or the only Justice League issue or Justice League Dark issue I have. And probably will be unless they have some other cool variants. He-Man. I have no fucking interest in He-Man at all, but I do like his work. Same thing goes for Flash. I'm not a huge Flash fan, but I do like Darwin Cook's work. Superman, Wonder Woman. I do have some of this. I have been reading it. I've been enjoying it, and this is just a bonus that it's a cool cover. Oh, here's issue #3 of Rasputin that I was just talking smack about. Looks like he's getting his legendary orgy on there, because he was well known. He's quite the swordsman back in the day, from what I've read in biographies and such. Harley Quinn #13. I know I'm a fucking hypocrite, but about this bitch, but I do really I'm enjoying the new Power Girl and Harley kind of interaction. Yeah, I'm just doing a lot of ums because I really don't. Yeah, I'm a fucking hypocrite. My bad. But anyways, yeah, I've been enjoying the Power Girl Harley, and I like that cover. Father's Day #3. I haven't read issues 1 and 2 yet, but I need to. They're Not Like Us. This is another book. Image title that not the artwork's not bad. It's just it kind of reminds me of something you would see those little bits and pieces of graphic novels that you would read in heavy metal back in like the 70s and 80s. But I'm actually kind of looking forward to reading this one. So, Unity #13, got it. Little fat girl flying around. Variant cover, or maybe the other one's a variant. I didn't look that closely. Where's the damn barcode? Yeah, this one's the variant. And unlike the other ones in the past where they've called them pull box editions, this actually says variant on it. Oversized Earth and Helmet Shattering 25th issue. Holy golly. It's Nova, #25. Yep, read it. It's awesome. Not really. I will read it though. Because that's one of those books that's one of the books that like I don't remember who said it before, but I know it's been said, and a couple other people have piggybacked it. It's good crapper material. It's a fun book. Now a book that I've been on board with since issue 1, and is now up to 13. It's Letter 44. Good stuff. It's good science fiction. And I like it, damn it. Oh, what's this? Oh, Uncanny X-Men, issue 29. Apparently, the timeline is a little screwy because Captain America is young and white and not old and wrinkly or black. So, apparently the timeline's a little screwed up on this. But they're reading Xavier's will, and yeah, gotta read it. What else is up there in my pile of stuff? Oh, here's some stuff I don't know if I showed you guys. Give me a moment. So, yeah, I picked this up. just because. I've been trying to pick up the Batwoman from the New 52 books. Um, I'm doing okay on getting them all. I'm not doing okay on reading them all. I read one issue yesterday. It's just like in the middle, like I don't know, issue 6 or 7, something like that. I wasn't overly impressed with it, but I do like the look of her costume and all that kind of stuff. So I found Detective Comics 854, which has her. Um, I don't know which first, second, third, 24th appearance or whatever of her, but I got it. I have East to West, The World. Bam! This is pretty. It started off reading like a regular comic, and then it turned into like I don't know, like a shit. Oh, an encyclopedia entry. Forgot what those things were called. I haven't seen one of those in decades. Oh, speaking of East to West, the variant covers. I just saw them tonight as I was thumbing through shit that's going on in people's pull boxes tomorrow. The variant covers are all going to be, well, a bunch of them are going to be for. So they bust up the state of the map of their North American continent, and each cover is going to have that map and then the highlighted area and some folks from its that represent it, like their leaders or whatnot. I'd like to get them all. I'm probably going to have to search eBay to get them, even though I work at a fucking comic book store. Because apparently I'm not a real customer anymore. The Goon, Occasion of Revenge, Part 4 of 4. Very good read. You can't go wrong with The Goon if you like monsters and crime noir and gangsters. I think I might have shown this one because Guardians book, Guardians Annual. Frank the Man Cho did the artwork in it. The only thing that was a little bit off, I thought, was Rocket was a little bit creepy. The Amazing Spider-Man and Mr. Oliver Coipel. I know you guys have heard me talk about him before, but man, this guy's nailing it with the Spider-Man. It's just, his work is just phenomenal to me. You get rid of what's his face. What is his name? Ramos. Ramos can stay gone and just keep this guy here for some time. Now, Archer and Armstrong issue 23. Ooh, I need to read this because it's looking pretty cool. It's got his his sister, Maria. She's back in it, but it's issue 23 and it's the variant. They call it the Valiant Craft edition because they're Minecrafting. Oh shit! There's a whole pile of books here. Oh no! Avalanche. Archer Armstrong 23 regular cover. You need to read. Here's the Minecraft cover for Armor Hunters, number 3. Here is probably one of the. I don't know. I'm an Avengers fan, but I'm just not a. I don't know. I just can't get down with this Avengers World book. The guy that did the covers pretty good. I don't know. That's on my drop list. Coffin Hill, I've kind of lost interest in. That's on my drop list. Suicide Squad, I liked the first issue, or I liked the cover on the first issue. That's why I bought it. And wouldn't you know it, these fuckers, they keep track of everything that the people with the pull box buy, and then if you buy something, they just throw it in there automatically next time. Nightcrawler, this one's probably on my. No. I think I'm gonna stick with Nightcrawler just because I'm enjoying the book and the artwork. Nova Special, I don't know. Didn't really like it. X-Men, don't know what issue it is. It's Terry Dotson's cover. The interiors are alright. I think I'll read it someday. The Amazing Spider-Man Learning to Crawl 1.4. This is some crap I wish I'd never read. Captain Marvel. This is issue 5. I don't recall what happened in this, but I do know that I have been enjoying this Captain Marvel in Outer Space story. And that's pretty much what that Guardians of the Galaxy kind of was her being in space and feeling homesick. Dead at 17, The Blasphemy Throne, number 1. This is an Image title, and this is one I haven't really read that much yet. But the artwork is cartoony, and I like it, as opposed to some of the other stuff that I don't enjoy. I like the thick strokes on the pencils, you know. Kind of like how Cliff Chang has those thick outlines on a lot of his figures. Here we have Rotten Ruin number 1. I don't know why I bought this, other than I do like the artwork, but it's another zombie story, and I gotta be honest, I've about had it with zombies. I watched The Walking Dead and read it because, honestly, I look at that as more of a post-apocalyptic story about survival and how humanity is getting back on its feet or whatever. And, oh, there's occasionally some zombies getting in the way. Ooh, Original Sin number 7. This is a regular cover. Somehow I missed this and issue 8 back when, and I think these are the last two that I need to read to finally know everything about that story arc. So those are on my top of my reading list. But my reading list is like, you know, I'm all of 5'6", so yeah, my reading list is all of about 6'5". So there's a lot for me to get through. Let's see, 27 minutes I've been rambling. Just because I'm bored, not because I like you. Let's see, have I bought anything back issue-y worthy? I got this on eBay. It is The Amazing Spider-Man number 127. It's not super great, but I only paid like $10 for it. And it's in decent shape. I wish we were in better shape considering, well, you can see right there, you can see how it's curled on that side. But other than that, it's not terrible. Fuck, my back hurts. What's this nonsense? Oh, this was pretty cool. Spider-Woman issue 2 variant. I think I showed this one last time. My bad. Oh, fuck. I'm getting old, people. Getting old. I know I showed that. Oh, look. Somehow I ended up with 2 copies of Sex Criminals number 7. Don't know how I managed that. Alright, Wayward. Really pretty artwork, but is it worth reading? Or should I just put it on eBay and hope somebody gives me more than cover price for it? Or even cover price, or half a cover price at this point. Here's another one I'm having trouble with lately. Avengers. I love the Avengers. I'm just fuck, I can't. I'm having so much trouble stomaching this artwork. It's just not. It looks to me like they're taking his artwork, and when they ink it, it's like they're trying to make it look like they're not really inking it. Like they're trying to leave strokes in there from the pencil. I don't know. I'm just. Ooh, he's Kang. I'm struggling with the Avengers a lot lately on all fronts. New Avengers, I dropped that one early on. Avengers World, just don't enjoy it. Outcast issue 3. I don't know where issue 3 is, or 2, but I need to read it. That's another one. Kind of just picking it up on the just because it's what's his face, and I'm figuring it'll hold some value somewhere. Thunder, Thunder, Thunderbolts. Part 4 of The Punisher versus the T-Bolts. I haven't really noticed that book come out in a little while. I'm wondering if they're thinking on canceling it. I hope not, because I do enjoy the book. Ooh, here's one. I may have already showed this off. Anyway, The Walking Dead. Yeah, I think I showed this already. Maybe I didn't show that other one. Hold on. Here it is. I'm not sure if I showed this one or not. But this is Walking Dead. It's issue 135. And I'm sure that if you're reading the book, you've already gotten to it. And I'm not going to spoil it when I tell you. I love this book at this moment. Like I said, that all-out war crap, poo, boo, that story arc almost lost me on this book. But so y'all know that they Jesus, Chewie. Y'all know that Chewie picked up one of these zombie chicks, zombie people. Basically, they've sewn zombies' faces onto their heads, and not onto their heads, but made masks out of them, and that's how they're surviving. And he's questioning them. Carl beat the fuck out of some kids who were messing with the girl that ended up dead in the TV show. What's her name? I don't know. The one that Maggie's taking care of. Anyways, so Carl ended up beating some of those kids' ass. Their parents want Carl, or those kids' parents pissed at Carl because he's getting away with blah 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 because he's Rick Grimes' kid, and so Carl was put into the clink for a little bit in a cell right next to this chick, and they start talking. So it only has me wondering, what the fuck is that chick gonna get this kid to do? So there's that. I have another copy of this if anybody's interested in it. I don't know what is going on here, but a lot of my bags are getting some weird dust on them. Anyway, if anybody's interested in this, let me know. Maybe I'd be willing to trade it to you. Maybe not. I don't know. I got issue 1 of this a while back, and I enjoyed it. Don't remember what happened, though, because I haven't been keeping up with it. The rest of these books are mostly books that I picked up for my kid and his little brother. Like this wonderful little nugget, How-Toons. It's a pretty fun little read. If you got kids, especially little kids that like to tinker and play with things, that's a good book for them to have. So, yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think I really have anything else noteworthy to talk about. I think I've cured my boredom bug. Thanks, guys. If you wasted your time with me, thank you. Appreciate it. And somebody else recently signed up. They put me up over 103. It just got me thinking I should probably do a contest sometime. But I'm still thinking about it because I don't want to do just a question and answer thing. I want to do something different. So I got to keep on thinking about it. Thank you. Have a good night. Goodbye.